It's tire change day. So I'm at a friend's place in southern Spain. I had some tires sent in and I'm going to change them over, but I'm going to show you what's going on. I'm using, let me just get out of the wind so I don't get too much wind noise. I'm using MotoZ RallZ, running a 1990-21 on the front and running an 18-140 on the rear, and I get a lot of questions about how's the wear on these things. So before I change them over, I'm going to show you them side by side. I'm full disclosure on this. I am sponsored by MotoZ tires, but if I wasn't, I'd be using them anyway because they're absolutely phenomenal. These tires I put on in England, and I'm now in southern Spain. So I rode across England, down through western France, into northern Spain, across northern Spain, down through Portugal, and then across southern Spain, and now I'm in the southeast corner of Spain. So far, about 6,000 kilometers. I did expect at this point to be here at about 10,000 kilometers, but northern Spain, there's lots of fires, so dirt roads were closed down. And in southern Spain, there's the mountain law, and in Andalusia, there's from June 1st until October, dirt bikes are not allowed on dirt roads, just for fire prevention and everything. So I'll do a different video about that, explain what that's all about. So about 6,000 K, and I'll show you how the wear is. You know, they're dirt tires, but they're long-lasting dirt tires. So let's turn the camera around. Front and rear, I haven't mounted them yet. So, and for the rear, a 140. So let's start with the front. I borrowed a set of calipers. A little sketchy, but it'll prove the point. So on the front, if I'm taking a measurement, they are, let's do this the other way around. Let's do the new one first. So if I take a measurement off the new one, I'll take a measurement right here off the back of that block, and I'm going to read this, and this is running about 11 millimeters on the used one. Same thing off the back of the block. They are running about 7. Okay, so it's lost 4 millimeters in tread in about 6,000 K. So for those of you that are not into kilometers, 6,000 is ballpark about 3,750 miles. Okay, so I expected to ride about 80 to 90% dirt. I've ended up only riding about 50% dirt. So because of the pavement, and I have a tendency to front brake a lot, because if I'm riding a different bike, on the street, that's what you do. So on this bike, what I did was I made a conscious effort not to use the front brake hardly at all to reduce the cupping. So if you look at, let me move that out of the way so you can see it. If you look at the tread, you can see it's just very, very slightly starting to cup. Not, if you're looking at it right here, you see how it's a little bit lower right there. But that's a 6,000 K. So realistically, these could have gone 10 without even thinking about it. And if you're looking at what the new profile is, obviously it's a square profile. So that's the front. So lost about 40% of tread in just less than 6,000 K. This is my previous front tire, 4,500 kilometers. So the one I'm showing you that I'm putting on is 6,000. So this is 75% of the distance and a dramatically more wear, more cupping. So the moral is, if you're using your front tire on the street, just try not to use your front brake so much, and you'll get a longer lasting tire. All right, at the rear, let's take a measurement at the rear. It is looking, about 13 to 14 millimeters. Okay, I'm reading off the left side of this gauge, and the used one doing the same measurement is down to about 6. So it's lost about 50% tread, and I would say, let's move the new one out of the way so you can look at the tread profile. I would say that you could have some type of grip for, you know, the next couple of 1,000 kilometers, but after that it's basically turned into a street tire. But it's usable. So I would say on the front is the way I've been riding and where I've been riding. Let me turn the camera around again. Realistically, I would say as long as you're not too heavy on your front braking, you're going to be 10,000 kilometers without even thinking about 6,000 miles. And on the rear, reasonably similar. So long lasting, yeah, for dirt bike tires, yeah, probably double what you would get out of anything else. Are they good? Yes. Is the grip good? Yes. Should you buy them? Yes. So this is the RallZ, 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 however you want to say it. MotoZ, M-O-T-O-Z or Z. It's MotoZ. They're an Australian company if you're not familiar with them. And they make a lot of variations, but this is their most aggressive tire that is street legal. So there is an adventure version, but this is the RallZ. It has a little bit more tread. So if you're in the market for new tires, I would look at these, see if you find a dealer close by, and just compare them with what you've got, and then think about your mileage on your last tires. They might be more expensive, but they might get you double the distance, so therefore they might be not that expensive. So your call, but I just give you a little heads up of what I run and how they're lasting. So these I'm putting on, and I am heading from here to Poland, and it's about, probably the way I'm going to ride, it's probably 5,000 to 8,000 kilometers. So these will last all the way from southern Spain to Poland. New tires are on. Gotta love new tires. The new tires are on. Need to go see how long I can last with these. So good deep tread profile. Not overly aggressive on the front. When you actually look at it, the blocks are, you know, if I put my finger in there so I can fit my finger between the blocks. So they're not 100% off-road tires, but they're street legal. So yeah, they're good. They work. They have grip in you know, good solid grip in 90-95% of situations. So for a tire that's dual sport adventure riding with a little bit more aggressive off-road than the guys on the big heavy bikes are doing, these are absolutely perfect.